Okay, so let's just jump right back into this. The next day, I decide to hit Akiba's computer parts store. Was I being annoying? I'm sorry, but I really need information on the IBM 5100. And you're the only lead I have right now. I'm relying on you, Okabe-kun. I swear I won't send you any more short mails, so please don't abandon me. I need you to help me look for the IBM 5100. I promise to let you know as soon as I learn anything. So let's work together, okay? I did as much as I could yesterday after parting with Karisu, but no luck. Finding an IBM 5100 is obviously going to be a huge pain in the ass. I'm standing in the narrow tunnel that runs beside the Radigan building. Small shops selling everything from motherboards to resistors to vacuum tubes line both sides of the tunnel. Here lie the vestiges of the old electric town, Akiba's conscience, so to speak. Casual otaku usually avoid stores like these. It's like a holy land that only true fanatics can enter. Not that I'm an expert on computer parts. Furthermore, these shops only sell parts, so it's actually kind of silly to be searching for a whole PC here. Still, something about the sight of all these electronics gets my blood pumping. I have to hide my excitement to maintain my dignity. If a storekeeper yells, "Hey kid, you're 10 years too young for this stuff," then I'll have no choice but to run. Fortunately, no one has yelled at me yet. In fact, the storekeepers seem to be ignoring me. They must be more open-minded than I thought. Or maybe they just don't care. I search for each store in turn, but turn up neither hide nor hair of an IBM 5100. The ringing of my phone draws a sharp look from the nearest storekeeper. I force a smile and rush outside. Ooh, that was close. I probably shouldn't go back in there today. I take a deep breath to calm myself down. That's when something strange catches my eye. There's a woman squatting on the ground nearby, her knees against her chest. In her hand, a gaudy purple phone. She's staring at the screen without moving a muscle. She's even more conspicuous since nobody else is around. And on further inspection, I realize it's someone I know.
シャイニングフィンガー
I call out to her, but she gives me no reaction. Shining Finger is just a name I made up, so I guess it's only natural. Her name was Moeko? No.
指圧し
I stand in front of her and call her name. Well, the name I gave her, but she doesn't even look at me. Her fingers are tapping rapidly on her phone, so she's definitely conscious. But she looks dead. There's no life in her eyes. I'm actually worried. Despite the heat, she's not sweating at all.
聞こえていないのか
誰
ホーインキョーマンマッドサイエンティストだ
She glances at me for maybe half a second, and then goes right back to staring at her phone.
誰だっけ
貴様人の顔も覚えられないのか
Of course, I'm the one who forgot her name.
IBN5100 を探すという協力関係にあるにもかかわらずこのありさまとはな
Sue twitches upon hearing the word IBM 5100, but she still doesn't look up.
岡部君
俺はホーインだ
Ignoring me, are you? Why don't you accept me as Hyonin Kyoma?
メール送った
Hi, Okabe-kun. Fancy meeting you here. I nearly flip out. Is this really something you should say by mail when the person is standing right in front of you? It wouldn't take 5 seconds to say it verbally. She's friendly enough in her emails, but in person, she's a lump of unsociability. How can she write, "Fancy meeting you here," without smiling at all? It makes me think that mails are coming from a different person.
まさに奇遇だな。お前もパーツショップを探して回っていたのか？
She doesn't even respond when I ask her a direct question. Another mail. I looked, but I couldn't find anything.
貴様は喋ることもできないのか？
めんどい。
メールを打つ方がよほど面倒だろうが！
My yelling does not have the desired effect. Instead of getting her to act together, she buries her face into her knees. Why is she wearing such a short skirt with her knees up like this? I can see everything. Not that there's a problem with that. Well, we've got mod, so. I sighed, then turned and walked away. I buy 2 Max coffees from a nearby vending machine. The mails keep coming. I'm sorry, I apologize, so please come back. I'm more tired than angry. Besides, my search has hit a dead end. So I needed whatever information she has on IBM 5100. I can't just go home. Come to think of it, her name was Moeka, right? I remembered when I saw her email. I returned to her with 2 Max coffees in hand.
岡部君。
She's finally on her feet. She glances at me, then breathes a sigh of relief.
飲むか？
She timidly accepts the Max coffee I hand to her, but she doesn't move to open it. I wait for the coffee to cool down, open the tab, and take a sip. Sometimes the sweetness is just what I need.
なぜ喋らない？
メールの方が気楽だから。
Like hell it is. Maybe she's just afraid of people. When I finally consider that, I'm taken aback by my own thoughtlessness.
そうか。そういうことか。
Basically, she's afraid. Afraid of the insane mad scientist Hyonin Kiyoma. Well, I can hardly blame her. In fact, I sympathize. Few indeed can withstand my aura of supreme madness.
私変よね。
いや、普通だ。
そう。
But no matter how disciplined your mind is, you cannot resist.
お前は何ら恥じることはない。この世には絶対不変の真理というものが存在する。どれだけあがこうと努力だけでは変えられない壁だ。故に人は妥協し諦め、その都度別の道を目指す。だがこれだけは忘れるな。己の心の中に自分だけのシュタインズゲートを持て。
シュタインズゲート。
人は必ず一つその扉を持つ。これさえあればどれだけ別の道を行こうと迷うことはないだろう。そう、この俺のようにな。
Moeka nods. Looks like I got her to understand.
それでここからが本題だ。IBN5100 の情報は何かあるか？
She enters by shaking her head slightly.
一体いつから調べている
2ヶ月ぐらい。
どんな調べ方を？
Then, of course, she starts to move her fingers at a high speed. Stores, online auction houses, the usual. I also tried asking on an ad channel, and I even walked around Akihabara asking people. Or so I say. I've only talked to about 4 people, including you. 4 people in 2 months? Even though hordes of otaku come to Akiba each day?
PC ショップで店員から話を聞いたりしているか？秋葉で一番 PC の事情に詳しいのは彼らだぞ。
She shakes her head again. She's clearly not cut for this job. Sincere as she may be, she's just wasting time. The editorial company she works for must be incompetent if they chose her as their investigator. Though, I suppose it's also her fault for accepting the job, despite her handicap.
お前の目的はどっちなのだ？ IBN5100 を手に入れることと都市伝説を調べることと。
両方。
なるほどな。
In that case, her search is limited to the IBN 5100s in Akihabara. But I don't care about the urban legend. I still want to team the IBN 5100. My true goal is what comes afterward. So I don't need to limit myself to IBN 5100s in Akihabara. I could just look online. I might be able to get one through auction. That would take time and money though. If I don't find one in the next few days, let's consider that option.
この後はどこを調べるつもりだ？
それは途方に。
ん？よく聞こえないんだが。
Types her email at high speed. Honestly, don't know where to turn. I tried everything. She's useless.
案ずるな。俺はそれなりのネットワークを持っている。それを駆使すれば、レトロ PC だろうと見つけるのは造作もないことだ。
She looks at me for the first time today. I see respect in her eyes.
この俺を誰だと思っている？法院京馬だ。望むものは支配構造の崩壊、そして混沌なり。
それが岡部君のシュタインズゲート。
岡部ではない、法院だ。
After parting with Shining Finger, I go to a nearby PC store to talk to an employee I happen to know. But naturally, he doesn't know where to find an IBM 5100 either. Apparently, it was easier to find retro PCs 10 years ago, back when there were more underground niche stores. Now those stores are all but vanished, driven up by stricter regulations and inexorable spread of Moe culture. So I can't really say it's Moeka's fault that she's not useful. After all, I'm stumped too, and this is only my second day searching. Hunting for an IBM 5100 on an internet auction site is starting to look more appealing than confining my search to Akiba. But again, that would take time and money. That reminds me, Mayuri called me before I met with Shining Finger. It's rare for the absent-minded Mayuri to be the one to contact me. I'm usually the one to contact her. I wonder what she wanted. Should I try calling her back? But where could she be by now? She's not at work, is she? If she is, I probably won't be able to get a hold of her. Let's contact her, not by phone, but by email. If you need me, call again or send an email. Send an email and get a reply in a matter of minutes. Daru says to call him. That's it? Call Daru? What does this mean? I guess there's no choice. I'll call him.
はいはい。
俺だ。状況を教えろ。
その言い方はオカリンじゃん。マユシから聞いたん？
いや、何も聞いていない。
僕は今メイクインにいるわけだが、マユシが調べてくれたんだよ。フェイリスさんが IBN5100 のこと知ってるらしいって。
何？フェイリス？
You want to me that cat girl and the IBM 5100 are connected somehow. I can't even imagine how they could be.
その発想はなかったわって感じなんだけど、なんかレトロ PC が家にたくさんあるらしいよ。
That's some unexpected good news. The tables have turned, and now I'm close to my goal.
これもシュタインズゲートの選択だな。
わけわからん。
それでフェイリスはそこにいるのか？
もちろん。今日はちょうどフェイリス杯だから。
Bear's Cup. What's that? I think I remember hearing about it, but I never really paid any attention to it.
フェイリスさんに IBN5100 の画像を見せたら、よく似てる PC を10年ぐらい前に神社に奉納したっていうんだ。同じものかどうかはわからんらしいけどな。
神社だと？
That's an unexpected combination. PCs and shrines, consumer electronics, and ancient Shinto rituals. They're not even tangentially related.
どこの神社だ？
聞いてね。正直すまんかった。
まあいい。悪くないヒントだ。
The only shrines in Akiba are Kanda, Myojin, and Yanabayashi Shrine. I don't know if Ferris was living in Akiba at the time, but at least it's a start.
じゃあそろそろ切るを。いよいよフェイリス杯開始だ。
そうか。ダル、お前ならできる。絶対優勝しろ。
任せとけい。
What the hell is a Ferris Cup anyway? No, more importantly, the shrine. Kanda Myojin is the larger and more popular shrine, so 9 out of 10 people would choose to donate something there. But when I inquire at the shrine office, nobody knows anything about an old computer. That leaves the Yanabayashi Shrine. It's probably not there either, but I have to try.
誰だ？
What? All I can hear is static. Wrong number? No, maybe.
機関だな。警告のつもりか。これ以上セルンに手を出すなと言いたいのか。
は？
Hmm? It's a woman's voice. And she clearly doesn't understand what I'm talking about.
機関の人間ではないのか。
違うわよ。マキセです。
マッキーセ？
Who? I think I remember there's a voice from somewhere.
悪いが思い出せない。どこで出会ったのか教えてくれ。パリかロンドンか。
秋葉原よ。つい昨日もあったろうが。
Yesterday? Maki-say. Maki-say.
おお、助手？
助手じゃない。マキセ・クリス。
クリスティーナと言ってくれないとわからないではないか。
クリスティーナでもねえよ。何度言わせんのよ。
お前は相変わらずキャンキャンとうるさいな。
誰のせいだ。誰の。
ちょっと待って。お前なぜ俺の電話番号を知っている？
Something's not right here. It's not like Kurisu's free of suspicion. She could still be a spy.
橋田さんに教えてもらったの。
なんだ、つまらんオチだな。それでどうかしたのか、助手。
助手じゃないって言っとろうが。はあ、反論するのもバカらしくなってきた。あんた今どこ？
柳林神社に向かっているところだが。
あ、そう。じゃあね。
あ、あ、なんだ今の？嫌がらせか？嫌がらせなのか？
How dare my assistant treat me like this? I shall scold her more harshly the next time we meet. She thinks she's all that just because her thesis was published in a science magazine.
サイエンス誌に論文が載ったからなんだというのだ。
いきなり何よ。
When I arrive at Yanabayashi Shrine, I find my assistant waiting there for some reason. She glares at me with her usual frown.
さっきの電話はなんだ？
あんたの居場所を聞いただけ。それでここに向かってるって言うから来た。
誰も呼んでいないのだが。
私も呼ばれた覚えはない。
Why is she always in such a bad mood?
なぜ俺に会いに来た？
会いたくて会いに来たんじゃないから。勘違いしないで。
She just keeps those abusive words coming.
昨日別れ際に言われたことが気になって。
何のことだ？
IBN5100、 それにセルン。
貴様、機関ではなくセルンのスパイだったか。この俺を殺しに来たのだな。そんなことだろうと思っていた。いかにも人を殺しそうな顔をしているからな。
どんな顔よ、失礼だな。あんた少しは落ち着いたら？いつもふざけたことばかりって、とても私より年上には見えない。
落ち着くか。お前にはわかるまい。常に身の危機にさらされ、逃亡に次ぐ逃亡を重ねてきた。これまでの俺の人生。
そんなヨタ話は全くわからない。
俺に喧嘩を売りに来たのか？
IBN5100 とセルンって組み合わせに興味が湧いただけよ。
そうではなく、お前が興味を持ったのはセルンでタイムマシン研究が行われていることだろ。素直になれ。
うるさいな。タイムマシンになんか興味ないわよ。それより IBN5100 は見つかったの？
それを確かめに来た。
Kurisu looks up at the Yanabayashi Shrine's small archway.
神社に？
そうだ。
Then, with perfect timing, a beautiful girl or boy dressed in a Miko garb appears from the nearby shrine office, holding a bamboo broom.
京馬さん、こんにちは。
ルカ子よ。お前、例のものはどうした？
妖刀さみだれのことですか？
常に携帯しろと言っておいたはずだ。
すみません。でも掃き掃除の時は邪魔になるので。
掃き掃除の最中に乗っ取られたらどうするつもりだ？誰も助けてはくれんぞ。
そうですね。以後気をつけます。ねえ、さっきから2人で何の話をしてるのよ。
Lukaku finally notices Kurisu and gives me a puzzled look.
こちらの方は？
助手だ。
違うわよ。ってい いうか何よその適当な紹介の仕方は。
俺は事実を述べたまでだ、クリスティーナ。
日本の方じゃないんですか？
日本の方です。
それよりルカ子、お前の父上と話を。
待て、紹介しなさいよ、ちゃんと。
紹介されたいのか、ちゃんと。
この状況で紹介されない方が不自然だろうが。
俺はお前をルカ子に紹介するためにここに来たのではない。
紹介するぐらい10秒もかからないのに、あくまで拒否するんか、あんたは。
喧嘩は。
Lukaku's flustered. Looks like he thinks we're fighting.
こいつはマキセ・クリス、助手だ。
もういい。もう助手でいい。
よろしくお願いします、マキセさん。漆原ルカです。
よろしく。おいくつなの？
今年で17です。
私の1個下か。
そうなんですか？マキセさん、とても大人っぽくて1歳違いには見えないんです。
つまり老け顔ということだな。
She glares at me.
違います。綺麗だっていう意味ですから。
サンクス。あなたはとても可愛らしいと思うわ。
But he's a guy. I probably shouldn't tell her that. The shock from learning the truth might be enough to make her go back to America.
くだらん社交辞令は終わったか。
いちいち言い方がムカつくわね。
ならばルカ子よ、お前の父上とお話ししたい。呼んできてはくれまいか。
はい、いいですけど、お父さんにお話って。
これは人類の未来に関わる重大な要件なのだ。
人類の
未来？
すぐ呼んできます。
Lukaku races into the shrine office. He believes just about anything I say. He's really easy to deal with, unlike my rebellious assistant.
やだ、風邪ひいたかな。
Kurisu's sniffling. Should keep her too occupied to scold me for a while. Lukaku's father soon appears. Lukaku is pretty flustered. He's practically dragging his father behind him.
お父さん、早く。
ちょっと待ってくれ。そんなにせかされても転んでしまうよ。
だって人類の未来がかかっているんだよ。
そうか。それは大変だな。
I've met Lukaku's father several times before. He's a gentle, respectable adult, with the exception of how he raised Lukaku. Apparently, the reason Lukaku wears Miko garb is because his father requested it. Maybe his dad's a pervert? No, it's not like I mean to mock the Shinto priesthood or anything like that.
やあ、法王院くん、久しぶり。いつもルカがお世話になっていますね。
いいえ、こちらこそ。
彼の名前は法王院じゃなくて岡部ですよ。
え、そうなのですか？
助手、話がややこしくなるから喋るな。
事実を言っただけじゃない。
What does she come here for?
ルカから法王院くんだと聞かされていたからすっかりそう信じていたが、いやー、もしかしてこれは ルカに一杯食わされたかな。
お父さん、そうじゃなくて、岡部さんは本名で法院という名前は
俺は法院です。
岡部倫太郎って親がつけてくれた名前でしょ。それを否定するの？
いいから黙れ、ザゾンビ。
誰がゾンビだ。
仲が良くていいですね。あなたもルカのお友達ですか？これからもルカと仲良くしてやってくださいね。
私は。
この子は見ての通りとても可憐な子ですから。
お父さん、やめてよ。
Risu looks like she's going to cry for some reason. What's wrong? Is she upset that Luca's father assumes she's a friend? Okay, so I'm going to stop here and thank you for watching.